A 7 on your side investigation. Correction officers under attack. The union representing thousands of them at Rikers says the situation is, quote, at the brink of disaster. Officers inside the jail complex are working 24 hours at a time, even sleeping in their cars to get some rest, all as their lives are at risk as gang violence inside the jail only gets worse. 7 on your side investigative reporter Dan Krauth has been looking into the issue for the past few weeks and has this report.
Inside the walls of Rikers Island, there is an increase in violence. 7 on your side investigates obtained surveillance video of one incident after another. We're not talking about just attacks amongst inmates, but assaults against corrections officers are up by 23%.
We feel like we're the forgotten souls.
We sat down with 3 officers who say they were assaulted by inmates over the past few weeks, too afraid to show their faces.
I feel scared.
A 5-year veteran says he's still recovering from his injuries to his face and arm. 2 inmates attacked you,
Yes.
gang members.
Yes. Officer really scared to go back to work because they're out of control.
Another officer says he was also jumped by 2 gang members.
He literally was choking me for what felt like forever.
And a third was rushed to the hospital when he was knocked unconscious by an inmate.
I'm scared to go back to the job. I'm afraid. I don't know what's going to happen.
There has been an increase in the jail population over the last year by more than 1,800 additional inmates and more than 600 fewer officers who resigned or retired, which means many of them are working double and triple duty shifts.
Working that many hours is having a toll on the human body.
A federal independent monitor released a report in May saying the chaos and disorder inside the jail is alarming, and since then has said the conditions have only gotten worse.
It's affecting inmates tremendously. They're not receiving the service, the mandated services that they should be receiving.
The commissioner in charge of the jail was appointed 3 months ago.
Conditions are really rough.
He says he's hiring new officers this fall.
We just bumped it up to 600.
600 new officers. The union says they need 2,000 to make this work.
I'm supportive of the union. I think that they have raised the alarm on this in a way that is very important for the public to hear. I think the 2,000 number's made up.
Staffing has been a problem. This past June, more than 1,600 officers called out sick. That's more than double the amount from the June before the pandemic started. And this past July, another 2,300 people didn't come to work.
Working 25 plus hours, how do they expect the sick rate not to be high?
Commissioner Schiraldi believes some officers are abusing the unlimited sick leave policy. He's now requiring them to see a doctor to prove they're sick.
So for the ones that are abusing it, which is not everybody, but for the ones that are, they need to come back to work.
Something both sides agree on: harsher penalties for inmates who commit violence and a better way of separating the gang population.
I do not disagree.
For the injured officers we spoke with,
It's like our hands are tied backs against the wall.
they say they want to go back to work, but something needs to be done now.